Okay, my friends, today we're going to do something a little bit different. I think we covered a lot of the big guys back from the day, and there's more to come, but we'll take a break from all that. And today we're going to talk about a training tool, and it's the trap bar. Here goes the inventor of the trap bar, and that would be Gerrard. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, if it's Gerrard or Gerrard. I've only ever seen it in print. So it's talking about, of course, the deadlift and deadlift variations, and trap bar is really one of the better ones. Here's an ad for it that came out of that same powerlifting magazine. It was actually two articles in powerlifting that I'm going to cover here. One was from the 80s, and it actually mentioned the trap bar training thing on its cover. Then there was another one in the 90s, and that program is like a full 3-lift program, but includes the trap bar for the deadlift phase and some other stuff. I'm not going to include that whole program, but I'll show you it. This is me back about 2010, so I was 50, and I was doing reps here with 535, 545, a few reps. And back then, my max regular deadlift was up in the high fives, and I always liked the trap bar deadlifts. And I like grabbing it from the high position, where you have like the old school that you'll see pictures of, and the one you saw at the beginning there with Al has just regular grips at the bottom. Here's, of course, Mr. West of the old the original West Side Barbell Club, and they're deadlifting off blocks. Now, one thing I like about the newer style of T-bar is the ones that have two sets of handles. So they have one that's 3 or 4 inches higher than your normal grip position, and then you have your ones at the regular grip position. Now, this is a deficit deadlift, which is off of a small Coke case, which is from way back. And I think actually the way the deadlift or the trap bar is opened up like it is, it kind of lends itself better to doing deficit deadlifts if you choose to do that. And you'll see that mentioned in a couple of these routines. This is something that I've never done or even seen, and it's a upright row with a T-bar variant. Which is pretty interesting. So it's basically you start out doing a shrug, and then you're just bending your elbows and pulling it as far up as you can. So it's and then you can do regular rows even with the T-bar. So I've even also I have a video somewhere in my archives where I tried putting it in my rack and did some bench work with it, so it's very versatile. Now, this obviously isn't a T-bar. This is the original Magic Circle. But it does, you can see where maybe looking at that would give you the idea to come up with the trap bar. So this is the end of that first trap bar routine for Mr. Gerrard. And here's a slightly different version, but a much better picture and color picture of the old Magic Circle. Now, you can imagine if you hook up some chains and straps to a T-bar, you could do that. This is the cover from that first one with the great Walter Thomas on the cover, Trap Bar Training, Athletic Greatness, which was November of 87. And then, again, great magazine. Love it. Have lots of copies of it, older ones. This is a workout of the month where you see another ad for the original trap bar on the side, and Al doing his thing with the original one, which is just really a kind of a triangle bar with handles, so you get the suitcase grip. And I like it too because I don't tear up my shins doing trap bar deadlifts. This is the newer one that had that article. And then this one from actually Mr. Simmons, the late, great Louie, and he is missed. And then we're going to have another even more modern version of West Side's use of trap bar. And as he starts out here, he's saying that he, when he first heard of it, he didn't think much of it. And he stated so in some articles. There he is in his young days. That's a very young Louie squatting there with his big mustache. So, of course, Al took umbrage to that article, and he wrote him back, and they went back and forth, and they disagreed on some things, agreed on things. And so, lo and behold, Al ended up sending Louie and the West Side crew a trap bar to try. So, and then Louie gave it a good try, and he kind of changed his mind about it. And lots of good stuff from West Side, and that was an ad from that 90s powerlifting magazine about it. But here he's talking about his use of the trap bar, and it helped him recover from an injury. And this is like a newer Rogue one, and again, it has the two different positions. You could, you flip it upside down, and you have your regular standard grip at the bottom. And if you put it in its normal position, you could grab it from the top, which again is what I like doing. It's like doing rack pulls without having to use the rack. So then we're going to move from this older Simmons version. There's Ernie France pulling some big deadlift weight at advanced age. And I'm not sure what he felt about the trap bar, but just thought it was a cool picture to pop in there with Ernie, as old as he is there. I'm not sure how old he is, but pulling some serious weight. Now, it's funny because Louie talks about not being able to use as much weight with the trap bar as with conventional deadlift because of the way he's built. I am, in fact, just the opposite. Like, you saw me back there doing 535 or 45 for reps when I was 50. And that my max, like I said, was in the high fives. I could always do considerably more with trap bar deadlifts. Even if I used the bottom grip, but especially with the higher grip. Now, here is this more modern article that I found online, and it came under them talking about the conjugate method, which is what we start with there. This is one from the gym. This is the trap bar that they have at the gym. And in fact, I'm going to finish up the video with 2 short videos of me using it, and I hadn't used it in a really long time. But this is just giving the gist of why use the trap bar, and it's just one of course, they use belt squats and sumo deadlifts and mat deadlifts. So this is me, and like I said, this right here is, you got to remember too, the bar is like 60 pounds on these bad boys. Some of them are 55, some of them are 60. I'm pretty sure this one's 60. So that was 380, and went up pretty easy, really, as it should have. But I did like I worked up, of course, 135, 2 1/4, 330 for a few reps, and then went to the 380 single. Then I went to here, 430 single. And that went up pretty easy too. And unfortunately, I did 450, but the video didn't come out. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all those who subscribed lately. And if you like the video, please hit those thumbs up, and please consider subscribing if you haven't. Thanks, and I'm out.